Welcome to the series Meeting the Award Winners. After a phenomenal Accounts Payable conference and followed up by a gala dinner awards, I'm delighted to be interviewing a series of our award winners. And today I'm joined by Jenny Healy from Liberty Global. Hey, Jenny, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very good, thank you. And Jenny, look, for those that don't know, you won the category of, do you want to tell everybody what you won the category of?
Wellbeing for others.
There you go. And Jenny, before we start, look, I'm Jamie Radford. I'm the founder and CEO of the Accounts Payable Association. Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your role, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Customer Relations Manager at Liberty Shared Services in the Payment Operations team. I look after a small team. I have 3 analysts and 1 specialist, and we look after the AP ledgers for 2 entities. But on top of that, we do a lot of work with each other within the team. So we do ideation sessions, workshops. We're continuously trying to improve processes and just keep a connection within the team as well. So we prioritise teaming sessions and try to maintain the good culture that we've generated.
Love it, Jenny. So look, the conference awards were the biggest we've ever done. There was over 350 nominations. So it's a huge congratulations I know that you came to the gala dinner and you had the glitz and the glamour, and obviously you stood on stage and received your award, but it was an absolutely huge event. Over 300, it's the most entries we ever had, 350 nominations. So huge congratulations on behalf of the APA and the community. So let's go through. I've got a series of questions, if that's all right. So question one is, firstly, did you know you'd been nominated?
I didn't know, not until the finalists were announced. So that was a really nice surprise.
Lovely. And I think, I'm going to read out in a second the nomination itself, and I think it's from your manager. That's who nominated you. So we'll give her a bit of kudos in a second. But tell me, when you were a finalist, you were sitting in that room, there was lots of noise, there was lots of lights, and they were reading out the finalists. And how did it feel when you were then announced as the winner and then you had to go up on stage?
It was a huge shock, I think, but really positive. It felt like a bit of a win for the team because we had, quite a lot of nominations. There was a big group of us there from Liberty, and we just had a lot of cheering, and it was just really, really positive. Excellent experience.
Brilliant. And look, and on that part, so I mentioned that it was your manager, a young lady called Sarah Willman, that had nominated you. So I'm going to read out a couple of extracts from the nomination. So I won't embarrass you, I promise. But the nomination itself, obviously, it's Wellbeing for Others. So the category is all about going above and beyond on behalf of other people. So Sarah writes, I would like to nominate Jennifer to recognise her dedication to the well-being of others. Ensuring others' well-being is the core of Jenny's values. She builds her team around her on trust and support based on these values, and they are a credit to her and her hard work and enthusiasm to ensure her team and a safe, trusted workspace. And then there's the whole array of other bits that sort of Sarah goes into. But the one bit that I wanted to point out today was that this encapsulated, I think, all the judges, was from ensuring people constantly have the right to work-life balance to encouraging time out in stressful times by utilising tools available such as desk yoga, love it, Calm app and flexible working. Her team is always at the forefront of her mind. Tell me about this desk yoga. What's that all about?
Yes, it's something that Liberty offers once a month. They do a desk yoga and it's nice. It's hot. It's on a Friday afternoon, so you can really kind of wind down. And after you've done it, all your sort of muscles release, all your aches and pains, and it just sets you off for a nice weekend. I think I try to definitely advertise that to the team. A couple of them have really benefited from it.
Perfect. And the conference itself, obviously, was it your first time at the conference, Jen? Have you been before, or is it your first time?
I went to a smaller conference in Manchester just after COVID, but not one on that scale. It was definitely fun.
And tell me, what did you enjoy the most about the whole day and also the gala dinner?
I think I really enjoyed the workshops. So there were a couple of workshops that stood out to me. One on e-invoicing, and they won on Zelix. So a little bit biased there because it was 2 people from my team, but that was really good case study. I think Eddie the Eagle was really quite interesting, really exciting to see him and, you know, talk about his endeavours. And yeah, just I think feeling part of a community, really. I think when you say that you're in AP, people are just like, oh, you're just in AP. Sometimes it's a little bit of a boring area, but I think being part of such a huge, you know, association and conference, it just made it come home that it's a nice, fun, exciting place to be.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Jenny. I think that whole word community, it was really driven home, wasn't it? When you've got 400 plus people on the day at the conference, and literally everybody was like a family, a community, whatever you want to use. It was lovely to see. And I know that the Liberty team were there in the mass. You brought quite a few of the team along with you. And Matt and the team was, you know, sort of supporting. But what was lovely was that everybody during the gala dinner as well, everybody sort of cheered for everyone. There was clearly there was winners and there was runners up and there was finalists, but it was lovely to see that everybody supported from whatever business, whatever industry you were. So absolutely phenomenal. You know, I was over the moon myself. So next year, look, you're a winner, Jenny. So you won this category. Will you be coming back next year? And will you and the team be nominating for next year awards?
Definitely watch this space. We're doing a lot in Liberty Shared Services, so I think there'll be even more nominations next year.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You heard it here first. Okay. Okay. So look, whilst I've got you here, could you give some words of advice maybe for anybody that's either thinking of starting a career in accounts payable or maybe have hit a bit of a plateau? Any words of advice for an individual within AP who's sort of starting or looking to sort of progress their career?
I think having a shared sense of purpose and values is really important, because I think that helps you communicate and connect with your colleagues and your team, especially from a manager's point of view, but even from an individual. And I think that then leads to being more open and sharing ideas, but also being not afraid to ask for help or challenge the status quo, I think is really important. And just look out for yourself and others, you know, in everything that you do. It starts with you, I think. Yeah, work-life balance is everything.
I totally agree there, Jenny. And obviously, you know, the award that you won was Wellbeing for Others, and clearly you take that to heart. You know, I know that Liberty Global are a great employer, but you take that personally. You know, you can clearly you're showing passion. You know, my final question, if you like, is do you think that winning the award for yourself and for your team will help your career, your recognition, help some of the confidence maybe in your team? Do you think it'll help at all?
I think it'll help drive that culture of recognizing well-being. You know, the fact that that was the award that I won in the shared service centre is quite a big deal, and I think it'll really sort of help drive home the message that it's a priority. You know, with all the automation and digitization that's going on, we still need to think about well-being and keep it up there with everything else. So I think it will help in that sense. Yeah, I feel like it's a team win, especially for my team. I think it's not just me, it's all of us. We look after each other.
Love it. Absolutely, Jenny. So look, thank you so much for taking the time today. It was absolutely lovely to meet you. Huge congratulations once again on behalf of the Accounts Payable Association, but more importantly, the community, the association and the profession at large. You know, you are a shining example of what it takes to really move your career forward, your teams forward, and look after industries such as the well-being of your team. So well done. Congratulations. Any final words before we wrap up today?
I guess just look after yourself, so look after your team. Yeah, watch this space.
Lovely. Well, look, thank you so much, Jenny, and I will look forward to these nominations for next year's conference and gala dinner. Thanks so much, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you. Bye, Jamie.